Yo guys, what is going on? We're here, episode 2 of Warrior Wisdom, and today we'll be talking about the power of repetitions. And please bear with me, it is a Saturday night. I'm on a fast at the moment, haven't eaten in a while. 30th of November, most people are going out, drinking, partying, doing drugs, but you got to stay locked in. You got to treat weekends as another day, and obviously rest as well. But with the power of repetitions, there's a few key principles that I want to touch on. And the first one is the role of discipline in repetitions. So the main thing is, if you have a goal outlined, you have a goal that you want to hit. I hope most of you do. Most of you have a map or a plan or a goal that you want to, or a desired outcome you want to get to. If you don't have that, then you're floating around in reality. You're floating around in the wind. You're just going to and fro here and there. So I hope you guys have a goal or a plan in place of what you want to do in the future and where you want to get to, or even a rough guideline. But the power of discipline in repetitions is knowing where you want to get to and being disciplined with that. So let's say you set out goals, you set out daily tasks that you want to do each day, whether that might be waking up early in the morning, waking up at 5 o'clock, 6 a.m., going to the gym, having your supplements, doing push-ups, journaling, goal setting, whatever it is. If you have these non-negotiables outlined and you stick with it, that's discipline in repetitions. That builds a lot of things. That builds discipline, that builds consistency, that builds hard work ethic, and it builds resilience in those tough times or those tough seasons that you're going in. So that's the main thing I wanted to talk on, is having the discipline with our repetitions, with our journey, being disciplined in that, knowing that whatever's going on, if you're having a good season, a good week, whatever it is, let's say your girlfriend broke up with you, or you lost a few clients, or something else has happened externally, then realizing, okay, well, man, this stuff's hard, this stuff comes up, but realizing that I'm going to stay disciplined in the process, in putting in the repetitions, because I know that however I'm feeling right now, it's not going to be how I'm feeling in the future. So by putting in the repetitions now and being disciplined with that, you're going to be able to get through every single season that comes your way, good or bad. And by doing that, you build a lot of skills that come with that. So that's the first thing, is the role of discipline, what it plays in repetitions, getting to your desired outcome. It's so crucial. And there's a Bible verse that talks about it. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. That's Hebrews 12, verse 11. And being in the middle of where you're trying to get to, it ain't going to be fun all the time. It ain't going to be chill. It's not going to be, sunshine or rainbow, especially as a man. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to remove your emotions in a certain topic or how you're feeling that day and get what needs to get done, no matter what, no matter how you're feeling. And hopefully that helps you out. And then the second thing, the seasons of life and staying in the course. So as I was just touching on before, you're going to have different seasons in life. Think about it as the mountaintop views. Mountaintop views, they look beautiful, they look nice. They're like, you can see everything, you can breathe clearly, you can think clearly because there's nothing around you but mountains and beautiful views and valleys. But realizing that's a season. You're going to be at that mountaintop view for a season. And then you're going to have to go back down into the valley where it's dark, where it's cold, where it's gruesome, where you're going to face persecutions, trials and tribulations, where all these things are going to go on. But realizing that you're going to have in your lifetime towards the goal that you're trying to hit, you're going to have seasons of mountaintop views, but you're also going to have seasons of being in the valley. And what happens when you're in the valley? Well, it's a formation of your character. Being in the valley, you're acquiring the fruits that it takes to get to the next mountaintop view. Because when you're at that view, you go, wow, this is beautiful. But you see another mountain over there, closer to the goal that you're trying to hit. So you go, all right, what's stopping me from getting there? All this valley right here where I can't even see what's going on. It's so grass, it's so green. What's even in there? Is it lions? Is it tigers? Who actually knows? But the main thing is when you're going through the valley, that's where the formation of your character starts to build. And there's a scripture that talks about it. It says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Galatians 6, verse 9. And that's what it's saying. It's not, when you're in the valley, it's not time for harvest yet. It's not time to indulge in the fruits that you've just been learning to get you to the next step. It's about building that. It's about forming the character. It's like building those skills that's going to take you to the next level. And then obviously third thing is small steps lead to big victories. Now this is a big one. Don't neglect small beginnings. Don't despise small beginnings because they're the most important. Think about all the successful people in life, no matter, I guess, where you're trying to get to. Let's say if you want to build a successful business. You look at Gymshark, for example. He started out very, very small. Or even Mr. Beast started out making YouTube videos playing Minecraft because he loved it. But he probably didn't think he would get to how big he is at the moment. But what came with that is small steps in the right direction. So just doing the same things. Okay, who is the man that I need to become? What is the goal that I'm trying to hit? Okay, that's who I want. That's where I want to hit. That's the goal that I want to hit. What does it take to get there? What skills? What character traits does it take to get there? What work does it take to get there? And then you bring that on a microscopic level. Apologies, my brain is like doing a million things right now. I haven't eaten in a very long time. But you bring it down to a daily view where you go, okay, so if I do this, and that every single day, that's actually going to bring me closer to my goals. It might not seem like a lot right in the moment, but these small steps, these small wins, these small victories are getting me closer to the desired outcome that I'm trying to hit. Once again, there's a scripture. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. This is Luke 16, verse 10. And what is this saying right now? This is saying, when you're, or for me personally, when God puts me in a season and He knows where I'm trying to get to. He knows our desires of our heart. If it lines up with Him, He'll make us get there. But in that season where I'm in the trenches, in the valley, where I've only got, let's say for coaching, I've only got a couple clients. What am I doing with that right now? Or let's say I'm trying to build a big business and I've only got X amount of money in my bank account. What am I actually doing with that right now? Am I stewarding it well? Am I doing well with the little that I have now to be able to acquire and handle when God gives me much, or when you're given much in the next season? And that's the most important thing. Whoever can be trusted with very little can be trusted with much, and always have that in mind. Never neglect or despise small beginnings. Number 4, we'll go past that. We've already touched on that. But number 5, purpose drives repetition. Purpose. If you don't have the right mission in place in terms of where you want to get to, if you don't have purpose, then it's not going to work. It's going to fail. I had businesses beforehand where they're called graveyard businesses. I did them for 5 minutes with a couple of the boys or even by myself, and they just didn't work out because the purpose wasn't there. Now doing coaching, I actually have a purpose. I love training, I love working out, but I love helping people hit their goals as well. People that are in the same boat as I was, maybe addicted to drugs and alcohol, or have no time with the busy schedule packed out. The main thing is, if I have purpose in what I'm doing and I can give that to people, then the repetitions don't seem as bad. They don't seem as difficult in the long run because there is purpose behind the work, the sweat equity that you're putting in day by day. And in terms of a scripture, and whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, not to man. And it all comes down to purpose. So for me, I know I'm trying to be successful so I can help out more people with coaching, but also to give back. It's always better to give than to receive. So I want to be able to do that, and I hope I get the Lord's blessing to help out with that. So those are just the points that I wanted to touch on there. But just to summarize it, the main thing is have purpose in what you do. Have a goal set out in place in terms of where you want to get to. Have a plan. Who is it that I'm trying to become? Who do I aspire to be? All right, cool. I want to be this person. What does it take to actually get there? All right, I got to do this. I got to learn this skill set, X, Y, Z. And then you go, all right, how do I bring this onto a microscopic level on a daily or on a day-to-day basis where I go, okay, so if I do this, and this, it might not seem like a lot in the moment, but I know this is bringing me closer to my goals. By doing that, by having purpose and repetitions, and by having, I guess, a mission or a goal that you're trying to hit, then by putting in the reps, this is going to lead to success. This is going to lead to mastery. The first 20 hours of starting something new, you're going to suck at. And if you're conscious of that, you're going to realize to get through the lies that get sown in about fear, doubt, anxiety, or whatnot. And that 10,000 hours into something, you will become successful. And remember, it's all about the journey, not the end destination. It's about what you learn in the making. So I hope this helped out with you guys. This is Warrior Wisdom episode 2, and this is the power of repetitions. God bless. Enjoy. That's good.